Hi, it's Darnell with Way Over Recipes, and today I'm going to be cooking up a big pork loin in the Emeril Lagasse pressure air fryer. We're going to see how it does on this pork loin right now. Alright, so here's the pork loin, pretty big pork loin here, and it's about 7.88 pounds of pork loin, and so I'm going to get it on out of the cryo bag real quick. And so here's the full pork loin out of the cryo bag. It's so big I can't even lay it straight across my cutting board. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it into about 4 pieces. So just going to, basically cut this part off here, and then cut maybe here. Just break it down a bit so that it can, actually fit in the pot, and all the pieces will be able to cook easier being a little smaller. So just cut this one down here. So there we have now 4 pieces of pork loin, much easier to manage. And for the ingredients for this cook, and you see this is the fat cap side. I'm going to leave all the fat on. I'm not going to do any type of trimming and such. But for the ingredients for this cook, I'm keeping it very simple. I've got a cup of vegetable stock. You can use vegetable stock or vegetable broth. It just so happened, and nothing in this video is sponsored, but it just so happened when I went to the store, I noticed this Emeril vegetable stock. So I said, well, using the Emeril pressure air fryer, I might as well use his stock for this one. Although, usually I'll get what's on sale, but this one time we'll go with Emeril's. And I've got some pork seasoning. I'm basically running out of my favorite, which is this Twisted Q Cayenne Maple, and couldn't find any more, so I've got some McCormick's Hickory Barbecue that I'll put on if I run out of the Cayenne Maple, but I may just stretch this to see if I can get it on all of them alone. So just going to season these up now and get some seasoning on here. And I'm not just get what's on sale at the store type of guy who get something that tastes good. And this Cayenne Maple is usually, like I said, my favorite, but without that, where I wanted to go shopping, I'll just try the McCormick after this runs out. Just seasoning these up good. I think I'll have enough of this seasoning to basically get a bunch of this poured out all over these pork loin pieces. And this is obviously a boneless pork loin that I'm working with. Just get some more over on this side. I'm just trying to cover the pork loin completely. And I'll leave that fat in there to cook under the pressure, and we'll see how that turns out in this case. Now sometimes I trim the fat, sometimes I don't. This one, we're just going to leave it and see how it goes. Usually don't trim when it comes to pork loin stuff. You may trim if it's ribs or brisket or something else like that, but we'll leave it on the pork loin. Got some more over on this side. And still got a lot of my seasoning to spare. I didn't use it up as much as I thought I would. So I'll just give these some extra seasoning before I put them in the pot. Basically, season them up, put each piece in the pot. So I'm just kind of standing them up so that I can try and fit all 4 pieces in there easily. Just get some more of the tasty goodness on this one. That looks real nice. Lord willing, this will turn out good. Get some more on this one here. It looks like he could use some more. Alright, get some over here. Get some on these ends too, and get those nice and covered up. That'll work. Yep, put that one in there. And the last one, we'll get him better covered up too. Alright, and with that, we'll end and put that last piece in. So we've got all our pork loin. This pot has taken in that full almost 8 pounds pork loin, and I'm not above my fill line, I don't believe. So we're looking pretty good. Now I'm just going to take my cup of vegetable stock and just pour it right on in there. Just like so. So I got my pressure cooker lid here. I'm just going to slide that on and lock things up. Alright, so giving the close-in view here, I'm going to hit the pressure button and I'm going to spin the dial till I get to pork. Now that I'm on pork, I'm going to press in, and now I'm going to hit the time button, and now I'm going to up the time. I'm going to do the weight times 10 minus 10. So since it's nearly 8 pounds, let's say it was 8 pounds, I would do 8 times 10 would be 80, minus 10 would be 70. But since it's not a full 8 pounds, I'm only going to go to 65 minutes instead of 70 minutes. So going to turn, we'll hit that time button again, turn time up to 65 minutes. So there we are on 1 hour 5 minutes, and now I'm going to hit the button to start to cook. I'll bring you back. Alright, so I've given things a 10-minute natural release time after the cook time finished, and so now I'm going to release the pressure. Alright, so the pressure release is finished, and while it was releasing I hit that cancel button. And just going to get this pressure lid off of here now. We'll see what we're working with in here. Things look like they're bubbling and steaming and bubbling. Going to get the temperature probe in here, test the temperature. We're at like 190 something something. 190 something. Yeah, we're way past done. So we're really well done here, which is pretty cool. Now I'm going to get all these pieces out into the pan over here. And I'm going to start doing some air fry searing a little bit of this meat, just a little bit. Not a long time, but a little. And I know some of you are thinking, you know, I could just like throw this into the 360 XL or something and probably sear them all at the same time, and I could. But in this venture, we're sticking to the air fryer pressure cooker, the pressure air fryer. So I'm going to be searing each piece using the air fry lid in a moment after I get this final piece out. And even though they're all really hot, they all basically stayed whole. They didn't get shattered or anything like that. I'm going to take a moment and get this pot cleaned out. Okay, so I've wiped the pot out some, and now I'm putting my wire rack in, and I'm going to see how many pieces I can get in here laid on their side at once. I think I can probably just get 1 or 2, maybe 2. Let's see if I can get another one in there just beside that one. Well, it's kind of a barely 2. Trying to get some space, a little air space between them so they can breathe just a little. And now I'm going to take the air fry lid, put that on here, just set that like so. Alright, so we got you on the close-in view here. Going to hit the air fry button, going to spin the dial down to beef and press in on the beef, which is 375 degrees. Going to hit the time. Just give myself sufficient time. Just going up to like 30 minutes, probably won't need that at all. But going to do maybe 5 minutes, see how it looks. If it looks good and seared in 5, I'll stop there. But don't want to go too long with pork. And so we'll try 5 and see how it looks. I'm just going to hit the button to start. I'll bring you back in 5. Alright, the 5 minutes is up. Getting that air fry lid off of there. Gonna get these out. Sorry for some of that beeping that carries on. I think they look just fine. Getting a little searing on them. See if I can get this other piece out of here. Just give them a light sear. I'm gonna put these other 2 pieces on. Surprised this pot is so big that I can get 2 of the pieces on in there at once. I thought I'd have to do 1 at a time. So putting the air fry lid back on. I'm going to give these 5 more minutes and I will bring you back. Alright, that time is up. I'm just going to hit cancel and pop that lid off. Just like that. Now let's get on in here. These look really good. Alright, got that one out. You see it even seared on the side. That's pretty cool. It's seared on basically the sides and the top. And if you want, you could turn yours over if you want to sear the other side as well. But there's our finished pork loin, and it looks pretty good. Alright, so I'm just going to move this. Sorry about some of that noise there, but get that out of there. I'm just going to get myself a plate over here so we can do a little cutting, plating, and taste testing. So I'm just going to cut center through one of these. You can just make your own like pork loin chops, by cutting these down. And boneless, so you'll have some nice boneless chops. Super tender. Look how easy that's cutting through. So I'm going to get this one over here onto the plate and going to just kind of cut it like this here for some taste testing. And so let's get that camera moved and do a taste test. Alright, so here's our pressure cooked pork loin, piping hot after it got a little air fry searing. And so I'm going to just take that piece I cut off and we're going to taste test. Okay, so it turned out very moist and tender. It turned out good. I mean, it's very moist. It's not pulled pork, but it's very moist. It's like almost there, but not really. Just pull back a bit so it's not all the way to pulled pork, but it's, real tender pork. And so definitely like it. Turned out very nice. And so this is how you can do it, and it's not hard to do at all. And so I hope that you definitely like this video. You can find the full recipe in the video description. Also in the video description, you can find links for other ways to help this channel, referral links for like this pressure air fryer, and to my Amazon shop page where you can get all kinds of things, and anything that you from those referral links, anything you get helps this channel, even if you don't get what is specifically mentioned. But it's just a jump off point to Amazon, and that helps. Anything you get from that point is cool. And so, lots of ways to help out. And also, you can find this recipe in written form and others for this cooker and other cookers, other recipes, at superwaveovenrecipes.com. You can always come to this YouTube channel by coming to waveovenrecipes.com. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at waveovenrecipes. And so I definitely do hope that you liked this video. And if you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and good eating.